Hello, Fallen Dragon Knight here again, and today we are going to be reviewing something a little older in my collection. I'm not going to be reviewing anything G1 just yet, but this is Transformers Universe Drag Strip. Now then, got this thing for Christmas a few years ago from a friend of mine. When I say a few years ago, I mean like back when these things were brand new. This thing was part of the Transformers Universe series, which later became the Transformers Generation series, and later gave way to the more collector oriented stuff like Siege, Titan's Return, etc. And this was actually my first encounter with a web exclusive figure. And I'm pretty sure there might have been web exclusive figures before this, but up until I saw these online, I was not aware there was such a thing as web exclusives. Now then, this is the Decepticon Drag Strip, who is a repaint of Mirage, which is kind of ironic because years later in Combiner Wars, Mirage was a repaint of Dragstrip. So we have the reverse here, where Dragstrip is a repaint of Mirage. Now, you've already probably noticed the big problem I have with mine. I don't know if this is actually mold degradation or if it's just my copy or if this is actually a problem, but as you can see, the nose itself does not fit flush onto the wheels like it's supposed to. You can see it's supposed to go in there, but it just doesn't. And this is also very loose. Yeah, this is his robot mode weapon. I'm just going to put that back on because we still need to look at the vehicle mode, which is not terribly bad. Some of the panel lines don't really match up like they're supposed to. Again, I think it might be just my copy, but it is very clean. You can barely tell where the robot mode parts are. So for the time, that is a very nice looking Formula One race car. The colors, not great. The yellow is kind of off. And also, but they do try to match it because this section's right here is just painted yellow. But it does look kind of off in person. Maybe not on camera, but it does look a little tiny off because of the red plastic underneath the cockpit here. But it is nicely detailed, nicely sculpted, has just enough paint to get it across what it's supposed to be, even if it is ketchup and mustard. This is kind of loose on mine. We'll talk more about that when we get into robot mode. So, without further ado, we're going to just remove the front there. We're going to pop this open. Okay, didn't mean to do that, but I'm going to just pull the robot mode legs out, separate, fold the spoiler down to make his feet. Next, we turn this around, pull out this section here, fold out the arms like so. Turn this around, and we fold this down, fold this piece down, and there is a slot there and a little tab there. Doesn't lock in place, but it's where it's supposed to rest. And we fold out the fists like so. And there we have Drag Strip in his robot mode. And again, looks fairly nice. Not perfect. The color scheme kind of seems a little off, but he's fairly nice. Now then, little thing that you might need to know is that this is a deluxe class figure, and back in the day when they sold these on the web, these were like 20 bucks a piece. And back then, $20 seemed like an outrageous price to pay for a deluxe class. Oh, how the times have changed. Because he looks a little bit bigger than the modern deluxes you can get these days. Anyway, so what do we do with his weapon? Well, there is storage in the back. Just plug it into his butt. At least you're supposed to. Trying to remember how this... Oh, wait. Yeah. I remember this working a lot better when I got it, but now it just doesn't want to work at all. So we're just going to leave it in his hand, like so. We'll take a look at his articulation. He has ball-jointed head. Mine is very loose. And there's no way I can thicken that joint up. I think, again, this is just my copy. I don't think this is mold degradation. Look all the way down because of the joint. It's got ball-jointed shoulders, double jointed elbows. That's mostly for transformation. Has a bicep swivel. Hands can go in now. It does have a waist articulation, ball jointed hips, double jointed knees, but the joint's a little loose on mine, and the feet are ball jointed, and as you can see, mine are just floppy and loose. I got this before I found out about the super glue trick, so I might need to super glue those joints sooner or later. Can't super glue this joint because it is, I think it's sonic welded together. All in all, if your copy has more solid joints than mine, because again, the joints could just be from my copy, but if you have one with solid joints on him, you can get him in some decent poses. So there we go. Now then, if you can find this, maybe get it. If you're a fan of the Decepticons, I say go for it. But he doesn't necessarily have all the qualities of Dragstrip. Like, for example, Dragstrip is a combiner. He doesn't have combiner capabilities whatsoever. But then again, in the first wave of the universe, they released a Onslaught, and he also couldn't combine. So, take what you will there. I do think there was a third repaint of this in white and red, which was supposed to be like I think it was supposed to be like a shattered glass version of Crasher from GoBots, and it was a BotCon exclusive. I don't recall if that's actually what it was supposed to be homaging, but I have seen the white and red repaint of this. Not in person, I've seen videos of it, but anyway, again, this is, if you can get something with a really nice joints on it, maybe if you just get the original Mirage, I say go for it. But if you're not a fan of the color scheme, I don't think some people are really fan of the colors because they're not totally accurate to the original G1 toy, but they're close enough in my opinion. So that's my opinion on this thing. It's a nice transformer for your shelf. my copy is just a little off due to several things. Maybe it's just my copy. But if you like what you see, I say go get it. It's not terrible. Anyway, that's my review of Universe Dragstrip, and I hope to see you guys again next video. Bye!